Well, new at 5, Maryland leaders are pushing for stronger, more equitable public transportation.
And that's why they're sponsoring a bill which they hope will provide millions more to the Maryland Transit Authority. WJZ is live in Baltimore. Rachel Menitoff explains how this money is intended to help. Rachel?
Denise, Nicole, good evening. We talked to several people who commute to and from work here in the city, and many of their concerns are the same. Buses that are always late, and even buses that don't show up at all.
Pedestrians, bus is turning.
Waiting for the bus sometimes, it never shows.
Angela Dow commutes from her home in East Baltimore to work on Reisterstown Road. She says oftentimes the buses are inconsistent and unreliable.
And if they're not fulfilling the schedule for us to get our kids, that's more money out of our pockets that we have to pay for daycare.
According to Maryland Delegate Brooke Learman, the MTA has identified more than $2 billion in unfunded system maintenance and critical enhancements over the next decade. She's joined by city and county leaders from all over the state in support of the Transit Safety and Investment Act.
We want to build a state that's connected, where folks can say, reach our state capital on public transit. We have to pay for it.
The bill proposes $462 million every year for repair of Maryland's regional transit, plus an additional $100 million for enhancement.
Here in Baltimore, almost a third of households do not have access to a vehicle. That number is even higher in concentrations in historically red-hot neighborhoods.
For people like Ron Hardin,
I take Greenmount from York Road to Greenmount, and then I come down here.
Who takes multiple buses to get downtown, the need for a reliable ride is that much greater.
Just for us to be able to get where we need to go, because not everybody drives.
And last year, this bill passed through the House, but was stalled in the Senate. Its sponsors say they are confident that it will pass through both chambers this year. Live downtown, I'm Rachel Menitoff for WJZ.
Well, happening now, police in Baltimore County trying to learn more after a man is hit by 2 cars and dies. This happened Saturday night on Loch Raven Boulevard near Loch Bend Drive. Towson police say 63-year-old Edward Smith was hit by an SUV and then hit again by a car. Police, of course, asking for witnesses to come forward, but are not saying if the cars remained on scene or if this is being investigated as a hit and run. Meantime, in Allegheny County, nothing is left of a home, as you see here, after a devastating fire. The Maryland State Fire Marshal tweeting these photos of the smoking remains on Bedford Road. Investigators say an elderly man was killed, but his identity has not been released. The cause remains under investigation tonight, but crews do think this started in the victim's bedroom.
Well, it is National Blood Donor Month, and if you are looking for a way to help during this pandemic, now's your chance. The Ocean City Blood Drive will be held for 3 days for the first time in its 22-year history. It will be held at the Convention Center. It starts next Tuesday. Of course, you will need to wear a mask and be socially distant from those others who are there, but organizers say